All right, at-home learners, it's time for some math. On Friday, what we did is we took some models and we learned to match the model to the equation. And so today we're going to practice multiplying a fraction times a whole number, some more just calculations based. So let's just kind of review real quickly how to do that. So let's come up with a fraction. Let's go with 3 sevenths, 3/7, sure. And then let's multiply that by 4. Okay, when we are multiplying by a whole number, what we are going to do is we're going to have to turn that whole number into a fraction, but we can't change its value. So it still needs to be 4 wholes. If you remember, the denominator of a fraction tells us how many pieces make up a whole. Well, when we're talking about wholes, one piece makes up a whole. Like if I'm talking about a whole person, there's only one piece to that person. So if I have 4 people, it would be 4/1. So I am going to make my, hey B, I'm recording a video. Can you come back in a minute? Thank you. Sorry, Blakely poked her head in. So I'm going to replace the 4 with 4/1. And then I just multiply straight across, and I end up with 12/7. Okay, one thing that was confusing to some students that were here in the classroom on Friday, well, not actually just one, but anyway, they thought you had to get the same denominator to be able to multiply, and that is not true. The only time you need to have the same denominator is when you are adding or subtracting. So in this case, we just multiply straight across. And it's okay in this case if you get an improper fraction like this. Sometimes when you're doing today's assignment, because we are doing a scavenger hunt where you start with one problem and it leads you to another and another, and you should eventually come back around to the beginning. Sometimes we're going to end up with something like, let's do 3/4 times, I think 6. No, 6 is not a good one. Let me try again. 3/4 times 4 should work. Yeah, it will. Okay, so let's do 3/4 times 4 wholes, and we would end up with 12/4. So if you get 12/4 and your answer is not one of the choices to pick from to find your next problem, then you probably need to simplify. And really, this line right here, this fraction line, means to divide. So we're going to do 12 divided by 4 and get 3. So 12/4 is equivalent to 3. So if your answer is not there, then try dividing the numerator inside the house by the denominator outside the house, and you should get a whole number. Then you should be able to find that whole number. All right, so like I said, today's assignment is a scavenger hunt. You're going to find it by going to Canvas Math Daily Lessons, and there will be a link there to a Google slide show. You're going to put it in present mode. On the third slide, there are a bunch of answer choices. Pick any one, open it up, see what animal is there, see the problem there, solve the problem, put it in simplest form, and then go back and find that answer back on the answer screen, and you should get back around to all 12 problems. So I know 12 seems like a lot of problems, but really these don't take that long. Let's go ahead and work on simplifying a fraction in case you've gotten kind of rusty on that one. So let's go with 6/9. Let's say you had 6/9. But we need to think of a number that is not in simplest form. We need to think of a number that is a factor of 6 and a factor of 9. So if I counted by that number, I would say 6 and I would say 9. So in my mind, obviously it's not 2. If you count by 2s, you're not going to have a 9 because 9 is not even. But what about 3s? If I count by 3s, I go 3, 6, 9. Oh, so 6 and 9 are both divisible by 3. Let's do that. And then I end up with 2/3. So that is a reminder of how to put a fraction in simplest form. You will need to do that to find your answer. Even when it's an improper fraction, you might have to put it in simplest form. All right, if you have trouble with the assignment or have questions, make sure you email me through your Canvas inbox. Thank you so much and good luck.